Hi everyone, it's Fitz with another daily delivery from vacation, but this is it. This is your Sunday daily delivery. As you watch this, we're driving back. We're doing it. Anyhow, make sure you're subscribing to this YouTube channel, hit the thumbs up, leave comments, all that as we continue to grow. We're going to get to 10K before football season with your help. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Yesterday we were talking about the cool idea of expanding from 16 to 18 for the Big 12. Look, I like the 16. The 16 are fantastic. I feel like there's going to be some unity in this group. But I do like the idea of going to 18 to get to 3 16 pods for scheduling. And also, that gives you a lot of regional scheduling abilities for non-revenue sports. And that's cool. But the premise of this column was adding SMU, and I can't get behind adding any more Texas schools. In fact, the Big 12's main concern right now should be finding some geographical balance. It has swung wildly from adding a few teams out east to help West Virginia get off an island to being heavily loaded in the west. And I'd be all for adding a San Diego State to get to 6 teams in a western pod, 6 schools. But another Texas school, I can't get behind that. I just can't see that. The solution for me with the Central Florida problem, UCF being on an island, is to add USF. Then they might even disagree on that because that is such a heated rivalry. But if we're talking rivalries, and that's what's so important in conference play for TV contracts, which has been the new criteria that ESPN and Fox have set up. They love the fact that BYU and Utah, Arizona State came in together. It's not duplicating markets. It's about great games, great matchups. And for me, if USF wants to get serious about this, and maybe they have to come in at a partial share, that's the most logical addition to the conference. But if you're talking basketball, that's UConn. You add UConn. You don't hesitate. You add it if you're really going to have a basketball play. And if it's really about money, SMU's not the play. It's Memphis with that FedEx money. You know, there's a lot of things this conference can look forward to. This conference is really healthy. And in fact, now it's poised, if the ACC kind of starts to fracture a little bit, they might be able to move in on some more schools. And maybe you just put a giant pause on all of this until you find out something about that. But as we've advanced here, we've noticed that you could really set up a nice conference with 6 pods. And unfortunately, the Big 12 teams, the old Big 8 teams, get the worst of it, probably being tied to the East Coast teams of, the eastern teams of Cincinnati, West Virginia, and maybe UConn. I don't know how you want to break this conference up into scheduling formats, but adding more Texas, no, let's not do that. But let's find a way to make this as geographically balanced as possible for a conference, mostly because you have to schedule all sports, but also you want to have an equal presence in those 4 different regions of the nation. The eastern part, the Midwest, and that Rocky Mountain Pacific Coast areas. It's interesting. Just enough of the Texas guys. Stop with this.